And we are back for another edition of the Monday morning quarterback film study. This is long overdue. Folks have been waiting, anticipating, wanting the return of the Monday morning quarterback breakdown. Because I remember we did that analogy, DG. I said, hey, you walk in the club and they try to do it like DG, but they can't do it like DG do it.
They can't do it like you do it.
Can't do it like DG.
They can't do it. And DG is back. You know, it's hard for them to do it like DG, but DG can do it like DG. Sometimes I even think I ain't gonna be able to do it like I did it before, but I do it every time. Oh my goodness! Just so they know. Just so they know. Can't nobody do it like that.
Yeah, man. It's Applying Pressure by J. Cole. I mean, just the best dude going today. Always give you a nugget to go with. That's the same thing, same concept with the Monday morning quarterback. We're always going to give you a lot of nuggets to go with. Before we get started, you know how I do this. I'm trying to remember the routine. These videos, the footage we use is not owned by us. This footage is for your entertainment, your education, and your edification. We earn no money whatsoever from these videos. So, folks, understanding that this is a new wrinkle, because we don't get any proceeds from these videos, we need you to support the cause. All right? So we got this PayPal account attached to the Monday morning quarterback. There's going to be a PayPal account attached to the film study with Al and the one with Vance. They'll all be separate to help support the cause, because everybody's putting in this time to bring you people up to speed. So when you go and you're talking to your coworker at the water cooler, the other fan across the street,
Michigan State fan, whatever it is.
Yeah, you have the goods. You have the information that they don't have, the knowledge that they wish they had, and you get it right here. But we need you to help us keep this going because we don't get anything off these videos. Trust me. So we're here for you. Hopefully you'll be here for us so we can keep these going. So DG, let's dive in, because I feel like you're going to start off saying, I told you so by J.J. McCarthy.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to say I told you so. But since you already said that, let's be clear. I did tell everybody so. I mean, there's no question on where I've stood. This isn't the late to the party, because there's going to be a lot of dudes late to the party now. Oh, my gosh, he's one of the best we've seen. He's a first-round talent, all these different things. From day one, the very first day, that day one meaning the very first day, got a chance to see him, meet him, whatever. I said, that's going to be a special football player, right? Got a chance to see his, tape and whatever, and that was my analysis. A lot of people didn't believe in it. He makes too many mistakes. I don't know how he got that thing where he just makes so many mistakes. Didn't know that was a thing, but obviously he's proved a lot of the doubters wrong and continues to still develop. And the thing is, he's got so much further he can go. So I'm excited about that, and not just for him, but for Michigan, right?
So let's start off with, this is the second series of the game, right? Michigan, they went 3 out in the first drive because they were pinned down.
Of course.
Right? So
3-1 play straight, and you're just trying to, because remember in the black zone, I always explain this on games that I do, you're just trying to get 2 first downs and punt the ball away. You're trying to give yourself some space to punt the ball away, so you're never really trying to get all the way down the field. Obviously you would want to, but that's the goal. You do that, it's called the black zone. You want to try to get 2 first downs so you can just have some space to punt the ball away so you can flip the field in position.
So then they get the ball back. You have JJ hit. I mean, did a good job of finding an open receiver, finding Roman. Mm-hmm. DB comes up and make a good play on the ball. Yeah. Now it's 3rd down.
Yeah.
Right? And you need a play. And JJ does something I think DG would have done. He goes right back to number 1. He
went right back to him. Roman. Yeah, so you get the drop, and then he goes right back to him. And the drop, it's not like a normal drop. It was a great defensive play, right? He catches the ball with his hands. He's turning, and the defender hit it out right as he's trying to put it away. So that's a nice job by Roman catching the ball, but he has to finish the play. But how about JJ going back to him? Now let's take a look. This is super simple, and I just made this new saying up. So if you hear anybody else say it, they stole it from me, because I told Sam in the privacy of Sam's office, and you guys are going to hear it right now first. Elementary concepts with graduate level execution. That's exactly what we saw, and that's the theme of kind of this film study, and we're going to show you, right? So this is just going to be a flat route, and it's an out, and it could be a corner, right? So if the DB's on top, he's flattening it off in the out, or he could take it in the corner. Now, I think that they're running out here, and the only person that can stop it is that defender there. Now, when you see him, he has two options, right? It could be zone, right? Because he's looking back at the quarterback. Could be zone where he's going to drop underneath. What will JJ do? He'll hit the flat, right? Or it could be man, which it is, and he's going to come up on the flat route, and now you have a small window to throw the out route. Now, but pause it there. Look at the feet of Roman Wilson. His back is turned. But look at J.J. McCarthy. That ball is out. Anticipatory throwing is the thing that is going to be different this year, right? A lot of the footwork, different things are going to help with that. But J.J. becoming an anticipatory thrower with all his talent and all that, that's going to take this offense to an entirely different level. Elementary concept with graduate level execution. I always tell the quarterbacks that I work with, you don't have to see his face to throw the ball, right? Timing patterns, you don't have to see his face to throw the ball. And here, it's a perfect example. Roman Wilson is running this route. His back is turned, and this ball is all but out of the hands of J.J. McCarthy. Outstanding job. Obviously, going through this film, we're going to have a lot more cool stuff like this, but this is elementary concepts with graduate level execution. Anticipatory thrower.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anticipate what's going to happen. Anticipate that defender is going to go out and play man, because at the time of the throw, when he starts to throw it, the defender's still in between, right? So you just don't know which way he's going to go, but he obviously knew something, and that was a great job anticipating what they're going to do, anticipating where your guy's going to be, and that's next level, right? This whole season, I think, is going to be about the maturation and the development, if you will, of JJ, and that is one step up in the levels that we saw from a year ago. That's actually the exact same play he threw, not the exact same play, but the same route that he threw an interception on against TCU.
Gotcha. All right. So now we come back with play number 2. We are still in the first quarter. And this is one of those plays where, people probably didn't pay a whole lot of attention to
layups,
it, right?
And in Monday Morning Quarterback, Monday morning, I talked about it. Layups. Like Michael Jordan doesn't have a 40-point game and it's all spectacular plays. You got 2 or 3 spectacular plays that nobody else can do in there, but most of it is mid-range jumper, layup, and then you'll have a couple times where we go right hand, left hand, and then off the backboard backwards. You know what I mean? But for the most part, you got to hit the layups and hit your free throws. And these are layups and free throws that JJ was able to hit in the game on Saturday.
Off coverage.
Yeah, we got off coverage, right? Off coverage, and these guys are going to go in thirds. Right now, you can't tell that, but they're going to move to thirds, right? Cover 3, middle safety, and off coverage out to the boundary. If I'm JJ, I want to take a gimme, and I have this a lot of when I play. I want to take the gimme. I want to take the curl. I want to take the hitch. The only guy that can stop it is this alley player right here. Now, he could be a blitzer, right, where he can come, or he can drop into that flat hook to curl area and be underneath whatever JJ's trying to get to on the throw, right? You can let it play, let it run. Right, so he could be a guy that's coming, right? Or he could be a guy that's backing out into zone, and that will get underneath the throw. And this is one of those layups, not a big play, not a big deal, hitch. Don't waste time. We don't need to get back to the other side of the field. Get the ball, check it down. Now, it's a 2-yard gain, but that's the maturation, right? I want to take this gimme to the top of the screen. It's not going to be there because this guy doesn't come. He drops out, right? So post-snap, right? This is pre-snap I want it. Post-snap I got to go somewhere else. I'm going to just keep my eyes on this side of the field, hits twice, drop the ball down to the check down. Not drop back and look directly at the check down like we've seen in past, offense for the University of Michigan. But we want to drop back. We want to take throws down the field, and then you come down to a check down and use it for what it's for, to check the ball down. Very nice job there by JJ. And not a big, huge thing, but it's an outstanding job, and the maturation continues.
So, you speaking of maturation, one of the things that I've been harping on this offseason was the impact of Kirk Campbell.
Yeah, of course.
On J.J. McCarthy.
Footwork, eye discipline, knowing where to go with the ball, having a plan. All those things are why in just these 2 plays you can see ball's out. I don't need to keep the ball. It's first down, right? It's first down and 10. Why do I got to wait so long to get the ball out? Okay, we'll go 2nd and 8. That's fine.
And so you have seen his fundamentals and his technique improve, the work he's put in. He's just better mentally. He's more attuned with the receivers and the chemistry there. And with that comes greater responsibility.
Of course.
So one of the things I heard in the offseason.
I love the way you said this up.
One of the things I heard in the offseason was they have expanded his pre-snap menu. Mm-hmm. So he can change plays.
He can help himself.
He can change routes. He can change protections. Mm-hmm. And so I got to give you credit because we were talking about
we're the only people in the country that recognize that he did this.
Yeah, I've talked about it, but you picked it out an example in the game.
And I love when the camera, a network gets good footage on the quarterback. So that's when we were able to see this, right? Yeah. So let's take a look. I mean, this is good stuff. And we see people in the NFL and whatever talk about zero blitz and everything. So a lot of fans know what zero is, right? That means you got no safeties back. This isn't the one yet.
We got to go to the third quarter.
Yep.
So I'll jump to that. We'll jump to that. Let's do this play here real quick. Let's go ahead and talk him through that while I pull up the other play.
This is the same play we saw where he threw the corner, but this time he goes all the way across the field through all of his reads and gets the first down, right? Finds a completion. Your feet and eyes take you to the throw. Just let it keep playing, right? Feet and eyes take you to the throw, right? So he wants outside upstairs. All right, I threw that earlier. Maybe they're going to be underneath this, right? They're in zone this time. I don't want to risk them looking at me and driving on the ball. So let me get through my reads. From top to bottom, your eyes and your feet work together. I mean, that is very, very good, and that goes along, like I said again, the maturation and what we've seen and what we anticipated would happen with Kirk Campbell. I've said it over and over again since the spring. Once he was hired, the footwork and the attention to detail and knowing where your feet and eyes should be and them working together is something that's going to be so much better for JJ this year, and that was a good example. And it's a layup. You got to hit a layup. It's 3rd and 7. It's a layup. Nobody's going to remember that play. That's not going to be on the highlights, right? But guess what? You need it because you got to continue that drive, and he did a very good job of executing. Now, this is the one.
This is the play. This is the play that I was setting up. The impact of Kirk Campbell, the maturation of J.J. McCarthy, the chemistry with his receivers, the chemistry with his coach, and the trust that they have in him now to say, okay, you go
handle it.
You go handle it. Right?
And so it's so cool that they showed Kirk Campbell right before this play, which this play is the best play of the game for him. Right, and a lot of people say, "Oh, yeah, it's cool, it's a nice play," but all the things that happen in play. So let that run again. Watch him. Look at him. Okay, this is before the play. We slowed it down so you can see he's talking. They show Kirk Campbell. He's talking. He's communicating something. What is he communicating though? Right? Okay, you got 7 defenders. Right, this is going to be 0. It doesn't look like for sure it's going to be 0. It could be man to man, one eye, but it looks like it could be 0. Which that's even further down the line of the development of that brain, the neck up. Right? You can see right now, he believes this is going to be 0 and we're not going to have enough, right? Because you got 7 on defense, right? We got 5 offensive linemen, right? So there's 2 more people unresponsible for you. You got a 6th. And then we have a 7, but not a 7. It's a half, right? Why is it a half? Colston Loveland, in my opinion, they wouldn't line him up out there to block. They're lined up here to chip, right, and then get out, right? Similar to how a running back would. Okay, your responsibility is first protection, but then you get out on the route, right? So he's standing up, he's probably going to give a chip, and then he's out. Where JJ sees right now, we need all 7 of our guys. And I need that shored up because that's the space I'm going to try to get to make sure I buy enough time to get this ball off. All right, 0 blitz. Guys are going to be open downfield. Guys can't cover forever. But if you buy enough time, you can make the throw. So he points to him right away. Hey, recognizes it. I don't know how much time is left on the play clock, but he did it fairly early. All right, he says, hey, come in, get in the 3-point stance. You're a blocker now. You will not go out for a pass. Give me the time to make this throw. Give me the space on that side to slide in the pocket, get my feet set, and drive a laser in the middle of the field to a wide open, well, not necessarily wide open, but an open Cornelius Johnson. Outstanding. And so that guy was going to cover Colston Loveland, and he's just going to borrow over to the 3rd receiver, right? He was going to cover Colston Loveland, but now that he's going to be a blocker, he's going to turn and look, double that guy, boom. That's a lot. I know I just said a mouthful, but that is elementary concepts with graduate level execution. This is outstanding. And the fact that they've given him more leeway and the fact that he's been able to get on the same page as his teammates, this is only going to bode well for not only the University of Michigan, but just the passing game as a whole. Just the passing game is going to be able to develop, which is going to also, I think, help the running game that obviously didn't need a whole bunch of help to begin with.
See, no, you pointed out, though, knowing where his help is and drifting that way to buy himself time, open the window, and make the throw.
He does it almost immediately. That's how you know it's not. This isn't happenstance, right? He moves in that way, right? He starts to move immediately because he knows this is where my free space is going to be, and I'm going to be able to get this ball off. But it starts with protecting himself from the start, right? And when you get to that next level, that NFL, that's what they expect you to be able to do. We can't do everything. You got to find a way to protect yourself either with your movement or you got to protect yourself with the protection pre-snap, and he does a very good job there. That was the best play of the day. That might be the best play of his career, in my opinion. I'm just telling you, because from top to bottom, right, the throw was perfect, the movement in the pocket, the pre-snap move, the pre-snap ability to see what's going to happen first so quickly, and then do the appropriate action to make sure you get yourself protected. Outstanding play by him. Best play of his career right now. I'm saying it right now. That's the best play of his career to this point.
Wow.
Outstanding from top to bottom.
Emphatic. And again, it exemplifies exactly what they've been saying this offseason. They're giving him more. Yeah. They're giving him more to handle, and he showed in game one. That's the kind of thing that you don't see at a cursory glance. You talk about, what are the takeaways from this game? What did they really do in this game? What did they really show in this game? That right there is what they showed in this game. The maturation.
And you can only get it here. Because, former quarterback, really looking at the film, figuring things out. Right? I haven't talked to them, right? And you said, you offered, you said, you want to just call and see? Why? No. Because I've never called and see one. I've never called to see one time. Not one time have I called to see to check the work. I've never done that, right? Because I see the game. I see what's happening. And so I saw what happened. I said, Sam, don't you dare. Sam said, well, we called one time. One time we did make a call to the Iowa defensive coordinator to see what they were doing, to see if I had it right what they were doing. But that's different. We don't care about defense. We're here from Michigan. I don't want to be calling Michigan guys. So then when I talk bad about something or good about something, they're like, oh, you connect. No, they ain't going to be you.
They don't do that, though. Because, look, here's what I like to say. We're fair.
That's what I'm saying.
They might keep my fairness clear. We say.
I want to keep my fairness clear.
Yeah,
I want to make it very clear. I don't want to be shaking hands and kissing babies and then talking crazy. Hey, I want to make it nice and fair, and I like to flex my football knowledge a little bit. That's really what it is, to be honest. I'm just telling you, I don't want no help. Don't help me with nothing.
We don't change the commentary,
yeah.
And I don't think they expect us to change it. Now, what they'll say is you're wrong about that.
Yeah.
Like, one of the things I'll say.
I haven't gotten that call just yet. That's all I'm saying. I haven't gotten that call. They got my number. I haven't gotten that call just yet.
Right. So, hey, there was definitely, when there was, some different, like, quarterback action going on, there was definitely some questions about, not from the building,
of course.
Definitely some questions about some of the commentary.
There'll always be questions. You have my number.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the third quarter, right? And this was, man, you talk about being able to manipulate the defense, right?
Feet and eyes, baby. Feet and eyes.
We're seeing, this is what you take away from the game, a quarterback who is thinking the game now as well as playing the game. That's J.J. McCarthy in this contest. And this was another, I thought, great example of that, DG. And so you can kind of talk to folks through this one.
Yeah, so let's just leave it right there. You see this motion down. We've seen it 3 times, right? We saw it on the first play we did diagram, and then on the layup I talked about where we didn't really do any telestration on it, but it was just kind of him getting through his progression, and now we see it again. It's elementary. They're doing the same play. At least that concept to that side of the field. Elementary concepts with graduate level execution. This isn't a play that's unstoppable. This isn't some kind of brainchild of the greatest coordinator in the history of football making up something new. This is nothing but simple smash. Guy in the flat, guy in the corner area. Guy in the flat, guy in the corner area, or in the out area, wherever you want to call it, right? And so you got guy low, guy high. You high-lowing defenders. They're going to get to it again, but the execution, the graduate level execution is what you want to point to here. So you just let it play. He gives a little shoulder nod, a little hips to the flat to make sure. I know you had your eyes on me earlier and I had to go back across the field. This time, I'm going to make you play that flat. You get your butt down there and you play the flat, and I'm going to throw this ball over your head because I can have the talent to do it. Now, you got to have the talent too, right? You can't just have the shoulder, look at the shoulder outside and hips. You got to have the talent to be able to drive this ball in there before he recovers. And obviously, he's got boatloads of that talent. Outstanding.
Watch the reaction.
Watch the reaction. He wants to. Outstanding. Remember this term because you heard it here first. And when other people try to steal it, I don't want people walking around with their chest all out. I'm not going to confront them about it, but I'm going to know. You've been watching a little WTKA, haven't you? Elementary concepts with graduate level execution. And that's what we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a different quarterback. He was always talented, right? We know that. You said it from day one. This is the guy.
It's the guy.
I remember that.
I stood on that table, didn't I?
You stood on,
I stood on that table pretty lonely.
Hey, but no.
Is that a word? Lonely? I stood on that table
not,
pretty lonely.
But we get the point. We get the point.
He said, look, no, it's not. We get the point.
The dynamic in that first season, Jim Harbaugh is coaching for his job.
Oh, and Monday Morning Quarterback, did I not talk about that?
Right.
I said it.
Yeah. So you understand why he went with the safe guy.
Your wife wants the new Birkin bag. You got 4 houses in 5 places. Like I'm just saying, you got to play with the guy that's safe. Yeah. But because JJ is now the guy, he can take the true quantum leap in development that he really wants to, and that's capable, and that will make this team the best team in the country.
Yeah, man. You got a quarterback that can be the difference. You got a quarterback who you can say, okay, go get it. Go get it.
Is that? Go get it? I know that. Young go-getters, go get it? I don't know.
I think so.
I feel like you trying to throw
I was throwing it out the middle for you.
Go get it no matter what is our saying, how we like to really finish that thing out. Go get it no matter what. And no matter what can, a lot of different things. This happened, that happened, this happened, that happened. Go get it no matter what. And that's what he's fully capable of doing right now.
Yeah, so, we focus with the Monday Morning Quarterback, we focus mostly on the quarterback. Yeah. There will be games where we go a lot longer.
Of course.
But this is the story.
Yeah.
These plays that we showed you are the story of this game.
These are the free throws. These are the layups. These are the mid-range jumpers that, you saw the game. You saw the highlights. You can watch that for that. But we're going to take you in depth like we've always done, like how we did all last year and the year before. And you guys have loved it, and we're going to continue to bring it to you. And I think that the story, like you just said, is the maturation. I keep wanting to say the maturation of Jay-Z. You remember Jay-Z? What's that, the Black Album? He said that? But the maturation of JJ has been fun to watch first, because obviously I was on that table very alone. And now everybody else is on the table with me. Not everybody, though. A lot of people are on the table, though. And I think it's only going to go up and up and up because of these little small details that are tiny and small, and people don't notice them, and they seem like, they can fly under the rug, but they matter so much. And I think that JJ is getting a handle and playing the quarterback position the way it was supposed to be played.
Yeah, I mean, people should have an appreciation for how big his role is. His role has been in the success of this team from the moment he got here. Because he could have, if he was a different dude, he could have been a problem that first year. Because there were problems. There were problems that were being presented to him that he ignored.
He could have been a real butthole.
He could have been.
I'm just telling you.
Or he could have. Or frankly, I don't think you have to be a butthole. You could have just been like me. Okay. This how you want to come at me? I'm gonna give you that same energy back. But he's a different dude.
Yeah.
And that's leadership. That's leadership from a young guy who said it ain't about me.
It ain't about me and my relationship.
It ain't about me and my relationship.
It ain't about, he's the quarterback, right? I'm respecting in that way. And that's impressive. That's even more impressive than the talent and ability. Because a guy with that kind of, you think Brett Favre going to do that? You think Aaron Rodgers is going to do that? You think Big Ben Roethlisberger is going to do that? Right? Tom Brady does that because he ain't the most talented. Right? But a dude that's got that stuff, we've seen it in history. Joe Montana ain't do that. You just don't. I'm that guy. Nobody is going to treat me any other way. I'm Kanye. I'm not letting you treat me who I'm not, because I might start to believe you. But somehow.
You ain't Kanye.
No.
You ain't falling for
a person with super talent is what I'm saying.
Okay.
And so, but like, that's a great quote. You hang around people and you let them tell you who you're not, you're going to start to believe it, right? And so he was essentially in a position where they were acting like he wasn't who he was. And a guy's treating you like you're not who you are.
Yeah.
And you didn't believe for 1 second that you weren't who you were. And you steadfast. You didn't ruin the team. You didn't do none of that stuff. You came in, you did your thing, and now you're getting a chance to take the quantum leaps that you deserve to take from the start. But I don't like to use words like that. Earn it. And he's earned his opportunity. And I'm happy for it.
Yeah. Hey, man. Listen, folks. We're trying to earn your love and respect.
Stop hanging around people that don't let you know who you really are, because you're going to start to believe it.
Or sometimes, like J. Cole say, sometimes you got to do how you do it right in their face.
And let them believe they never could have did it like that. I'm going to do it how I do it in their face, so they can know you never could have did it like this, no matter if you tried to sabotage.
That's why we got to see the Big Ten championship game. We got to see it. We got to see it.
It ain't going to happen. I've already told you.
You did.
I'm going to say I think it'll either be Wisconsin or Purdue on that side.
All right.
I know it hurts.
I'm hoping.
But hopefully they poop all over the bed, right? And then we can get what we want to see. Right.
All right, folks. If you love the Monday Morning Quarterback, you can show us by subscribing to the channel, right? Liking the videos. Understand that we do these videos for your entertainment, your edification, and your education because we earn no proceeds, no sponsorship at all. But if you really want to show love, now you can donate to the Monday Morning Quarterback PayPal account.
Hey, remember on Coming to America, he passing the plate. Don't put no chicken bones in the PayPal. Donation. Yeah. We're trying to get some donations.
Yeah, that's how we can keep this thing going.
On me, I thought it was a trash.
Because hey man, you've been here since 9 o'clock this morning. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm still about to go in there and do it with Al Boy just the rest of the day.
That's right.
That's how we grind for you guys. We're gonna keep doing it. So help us out.
Donation.
Help us out with the film study.
On me, I thought
See
it was
that
a
link?
trash.
There's going to be a link to the PayPal page. Go ahead, drop it in, and we'll be back next week for another edition of the Monday Morning Quarterback.